My name is Benedict Kalong, and I was born and raised in South Sudan. When one of the largest civil wars in the world erupted in Sudan, I was broken away from my parents at the age of 13 and was forced to grow up by myself. That was really tough. When the war started, there were many refugees moving from one place to another. I moved through Chad, Cameroon, and then ended up in Nigeria. We always kept hope that the next place might be better than the last, but things only got worse, and you learn that all you can do is keep on surviving and learn to adapt quickly to different languages and cultures. Things improved when I moved to Nigeria. I was able to go to college and get my degree. During my time in Nigeria, I had the opportunity to go to the Americas through a U.S. government program. That's how I found myself in Pittsburgh. Adjusting to life in America was challenging. It was hard to get used to a rigid schedule for work in public transportation. In Africa, you just get to where you need to be when you can, and often when it was raining, you wouldn't go to work at all. It's not like that here. Getting along with the community was difficult as well. I would meet up with friends of mine who I met in the refugee camps, and we would go to the playground to catch up. There would be a group of about 10 of us just sitting there talking. That's what we do in the camps, so we brought the same culture here. And then when we were finished, we would just leave. We didn't understand where to put our trash. The police in the community were very upset with us and thought we were doing it on purpose, but they didn't realize that that was just what we were used to doing. But gradually, we were able to learn and live with the community. We were able to go to town meetings and school district meetings and really be present and talk about the community. After some time, I became involved with the Jewish Family Children's Services of Pittsburgh, where I work with incoming refugees to help ease them into American culture and find work. I've had some great experiences in my career, and I'm proud of the differences that I've been able to make in people's lives.
My name is Sarah. When I came to Pittsburgh, I did not speak any English. Finding a job is hard when you cannot communicate with anyone. Benedict understood my struggle, so he set me up with a job that would be easy and repetitive and would not require much speaking. That job was a laundry job. All I had to do was fit the dirty towel into the machine, wait for it to wash, take it out, and put it into the dryer. Once it was dry, I took it out, folded it, and put it in the clean pile. I was able to complete my work without any problems or possibility of danger. The job was simple, safe, and it was a way to make money to put food on the table and pay the bills. Eventually, through practice and listening to others, I began to pick up simple English. When I was comfortable enough where I felt that I could communicate effectively, I told Benedict that I needed a new, more skilled job. I started to become more confident, knowing that the harder I worked and the more I learned, the better jobs I could get and the more money I could make. And so, my journey to a new, better life began.
Hello, my name is Grace. I came from South Sudan 7 years ago. I tried to find a job, but no one would hire me. I was beginning to get discouraged, but Benedict encouraged me not to give up. He told me that we had to keep trying, and one day someone would give me a chance. Benedict said to me, "We will keep trying." I liked that he believed in me. It gave me hope. Benedict believed in me so much that he went to go talk to the manager at FedEx. He knew I didn't speak the language. He knew I was desperate. He knew I just needed someone to give me a chance. He knew that if someone would just give me an opportunity, I would do well. And the FedEx manager said, "Bring her and we will try." This was my big chance. I was nervous. I had never worked before, but Benedict believed in me. He came to my house every day at 5 o'clock in the morning and took me to FedEx. Benedict helped me to complete the paperwork, and after 2 days I was trained. From that day, I've never looked back. I don't make much at FedEx, but I'm happy. I'm so happy, and it's all thanks to Benedict believing in me.
My name is David. When my family first arrived in Pittsburgh, I think I was around 19 years old. My parents were too old to work, and my wife needed to take care of the kids. A week after I moved in, I went to the agency where I met Benedict. Upon my initial visit, they wanted to put my family on welfare. but Benedict thought otherwise. He wanted me to be self-sufficient, although many of his colleagues thought it was impossible. They said I would last a week on the job. Benedict arranged for me to work at a major hotel in the city. He came to check up on my family and me often. He listened to my problems and empowered me to succeed at work. Every time I doubted myself and my ability to support my family, he was there to tell me it was all going to be okay. And now, my family and I are better than okay.
I have been helping families adjust to living in Pittsburgh for the past 15 years. It's certainly been an exciting ride for everyone involved. I often still feel homesick, and so a few years ago I returned home to South Sudan to see my family and friends. I admit that I had mixed feelings about doing so. I was nervous yet happy to return to my home after so many years. My surroundings were mostly changed due to time and war, resulting in places such as my old school being completely redesigned and moved. I was like a foreigner to a place that I was from. I found myself asking questions such as, "Who is that?" or "What is this?" People I had known as children were now bigger than me, and some kids were born after I left, so I didn't even know them. Only being home for a little while, it was tough to see everyone that I planned to see, but I really do hope to return again soon to continue the relationships that I have had there my whole life. In the end, my success with all the refugees that have come through the program has provided me with the pride to stay in America and continue making a difference.
You know, not every state accepts refugees, and Pittsburgh have done that. It is really, really great. And I'm quite sure all of us each one bring one thing or the other here to Pittsburgh. And by Pittsburgh welcoming us here, that's already really, that's something more than anything else. Because not all the states, not all cities welcome refugees. So that's a really great thing that I was welcomed to Pittsburgh. I was given a sanctuary in Pittsburgh, and I'm at Pittsburgh right now. So that's a great thing, I think.